Muhammad.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Okay. Delilah.
Muhammad.
Yeah.
Delilah. Yes, we're back again, folks. It's the edition of Olympic Digest. We have got the speed doctor himself and my partner in crime,
D-Pain TV. Let's go.
Right, baby. That's right. Now, it was mouth-watering. It was a three-piece course, right? We had the appetizer, the main course, and the dessert with the men's hurdle. Our prediction, we were on point. I have to say, it's one of the few things we agreed on. What an amazing race. What a performance. What unbelievable moment in time. We wish we had the crowd in the stadium to witness unbelievable stuff here, right?
To have that much excitement. And no crowd. Like we need the crowd, but the excitement was still there. And like you said, we made those picks early in the game, and they did exactly what we thought they were going to do. Rye, he ran an amazing race. He broke a couple of records himself, and he would have the world record if it wasn't for Karsten Warholm. But Karsten Warholm is just a fearless runner. You could tell from when the gun goes off, he looks like he's running a 1 or a 2, and he's running so fast. And I mean, I didn't think he was going to be able to hold it up just because I didn't think he was going to be able to break the world record again like he just did. But I mean, that was a phenomenal race. And shout out to Rye. He did well too. And to Santos. Santos ran well in the background. I knew that he was going to have to fight the Qatar guy, and I think it's Samba. But I do know that it's incredible to run. Some people can't even run. I don't even think I can run 47 flat in the open. They're running 45 and 46 with the hurdles. Amazing. Very well deserved.
What a performance. What a performance. I'm telling you, my man. This young man, I'm sure if he decided over the next 3 weeks to run the open 4, he'd probably break the world record in the 400. That's how legit this man is. Right? It's just like MC Hammer, too legit to quit. You know
man, he's a beast. That is literally a beast.
I love the energy coming out. I love the excitement that they bring to the game, the competitiveness that they bring to the game, the friendship that they bring to the game. That you can still be friends, but we're gonna be competitive. And all 3 men, all under the previous world record. We may not see this again in another lifetime.
Maybe not.
That's probably one of the perfect race.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell him, man, go run an open 4 and take it up a notch. You know?
I'd probably say between the 400 hurdles and the 800, they're the 2 hardest races in the sprints events in track and field, my personal opinion. And so to go out there and break a long record in the 400 hurdles, and then to break it multiple times in 1 month after it's not been broken in so long, I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, these 2 guys are a class in a class of their own, like several of these athletes we're going to talk about.
Here we go. Hey. 1 bag of gold medal.
Hey.
Alkaline! I'm telling you, Shelly Ann Fraser Elaine Thompson coming out with 1 bag of gold medal. I'm not talking from here. I'm talking from the previous Olympics. Back to back. Hasn't been done by any sprinter yet, right? Back to back 100, 200 meter, right? And I'm pretty sure they're going to lock it up again with the 4x1 relay. Hello. That's just a little
I agree.
teaser,
I agree.
Give me a thought on that process. You saw the rounds. Did your prediction change? But, you know, we didn't change it. We stick to our original prediction.
Right. Well, I was...
Right? So give me your thoughts.
I was upset that she ran that first round so smooth and shut it down and still ran a 21.66. When I saw her come off the curb, I was actually scared. I was pretty scared. I was like, now she's running this way too fast, but she looks extremely comfortable. I don't know if Gabby is going. Now Gabby has a fight on her hands. I also knew Shelly Ann had a fight on her hands. And I also didn't even. So the young lady from Nambia, who also got. I'm sorry, Moba. Yeah, MOBA.
Now,
I MOBA.
Anyway,
Okay.
now,
Yeah. Sorry if we
Nambia.
mispronounced her name, but she shocked me. She shocked me every round that she ran the 200. She was giving Gabby Thomas problems. Like in the prelims, I saw Gabby like running comfortably, and out of nowhere, the young lady came out of nowhere, and Gabby kind of gave a little more and then pulled back. And I was worried. I was like, okay, this is out of your. You normally don't run like this. Like run smooth. Just make it in the top 2 or 3. Don't switch gears like that in the middle of your run. And I just thought this is the first time I seen her like wince at trying to stay up and trying to not tighten up. And I was worried because it was only the prelims. Even though she made her rounds and everything, the way Elaine Thompson's running right now is just phenomenal. She has no Achilles problems whatsoever. and she really could have ran faster. She really could have. I mean, she's doing things. She's putting her finger up. She's pointing to the clock, and she's still running amazing time. So I'm speechless. I mean, of course, I believe they're going to run the win the 4x1 now. I mean, they're just piling on heavy. So
you know what I call that? Girl on fire.
She's definitely on fire. Definitely on fire. We need the fire hose. Them spikes.
Guy, I'm telling you, when I saw the rounds, it's exciting. I did not expect, because you picked Gabby to win, Dina if she was there, the second, and Shelly for third. All right? That was a great pick. I did pick Shanae Miller. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that either. I don't know if she's
getting an injury. I saw her run the 4. I'm like, okay, that's her best bet to win the 4.
Right.
Because I haven't seen her speed yet. Right? She looked like she's not in sprint shape.
Right.
But she's in 400 shape.
She has endurance, but not turnover.
Okay. She's not in sprint formula yet. She just looked like, she's not in fitness shape. Shelly Ann Fraser, that surprised me. I did pick her for second and Gabby for third. So I got one.
And I got one.
But I could have changed my prediction because I would have predicted all right when I flipped back over. I think I did that on my Instagram. But this the Namibia young lady. Namibia young lady. She's coming through the rounds. I'm like, yo, this girl's gonna get faster and faster.
And a young girl
is better because she's coming from the 4. Come down. So it's sort of brand new. So it's an excitement. It's new, and she has nothing to lose but everything to gain. And when I saw Gabby in the rounds and said, "Woo," a little bit, right? And
he said, "Who is that?"
Yeah, I go, "Hello."
Right.
And when I saw the lane draw, that's when I said, "Okay." In the prediction, I said it's gonna be between her and Nabia for the third. I didn't expect Shelly Ann to drop off like that because I think this girl shook them again, right? And wonder what the hell happened, right? So they're wondering what happened. So now this young lady come in, and she's gonna close. She just got the raw speed, right, of closing, and there's no way when you have that 5. How tall is Eileen?
She's probably like 5'11".
Yeah. So when that start clicking, and she's using her 100-meter world fastest touch on there, it's gonna be over. So we know she got that lock, right? The second position was exciting because I knew it was gonna be a battle, which I thought it was gonna be Shelly, and if she ran her personal best, she would have been in there, right? But I think with a little bit of tired and the pressure coming through, that young girl came in and steal it like a magician, folks. Like a magician.
Her closing speed is crazy because now when she first did this, I thought it was a fluke. I was like, all right, this is prelims. Like some girls are running really fast because it's their first time there. They don't really know what they're doing. They just run it all out every round.
Yeah.
But she did it again in the semis, and I'm telling you, I know Gabby was mad. Every single race she had, that girl was there. And the girl, like she does not run. She kind of reminds me of Dee Dee Trotter in a little bit because she has an unorthodox run a little bit. She kind of swings her arms out and she doesn't run really fast in the beginning. Like her curve is not her specialty. Yeah. But when she comes off that curve, she's wailing in. She's catching girls like Gabby Thomas. And you know, Gabby Thomas's last 100 meters is fire. So I think what really solidified this gold, silver, and bronze for these three ladies is that they had the strongest finish. They came off the curve and they had the strongest finish. Now, Elaine, she had a monster curve and a monster finish. I think it took Gabby a little bit longer to get going on the curve, but the curve is where the race was won, and then they just finished it out. The Namibia girl, she just caught me by surprise. So
one thing I know for sure, and I'm going to put it out there, based on the experiences young lady have seen, she's going to come back into Worlds in Oregon and make some adjustment, and I'm putting her for the gold.
Man. She's not only 19, I think.
Yeah, but she's going to correct the beginning and add to the end.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Vince Carter.
Yeah. Hey.
Woo!
She's looking good, man. She's looking good. To be so young, she's got a great career, a bright future.
Well, since we're touching on the women's 200, men's 200 meter.
Oh.
Yeah. To all the killers and the $100 bills.
What's my money there? What's my $100 bills? Let me make it rain.
You gotta throw it up in the air and watch it rain down.
Hey. Come on, halftime show. Come on, D-Pain. Hey. Oh.
I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murder.
You heard of it? You hear what Andre DeGrasse says? You heard of me. Oh, I'm Andre DeGrasse. I never lose a medal in the championship. Oh.
That's one thing he's good for. He definitely gets medals. He gets medals.
Just like they get buckets like Jordan's, he gets medals like the 200 meter. I don't know if you saw the semifinals and the heats. Give me your thoughts and impression.
I did. I think the races that I saw, I think Bednarik, he looked pretty good. He controlled the field. He was in front. I think Knighton, I think that Arian, he looks great. And I think that DeGrasse looks great, probably the best out of most. And of course, I think Lyles looked great. I think it's going to be just as hot as the women's 200. I mean, I think we're going to also have some surprises. I don't think anybody has Arian in there as we know what he's capable of. And but I think it's going to be a very good race.
Are you going to stick to your prediction? You had Lyles to win still.
Yeah.
Arian for second and Kenneth for third. Are you going to stick to that?
I'm going to stick to my guns.
All right. I had Niles to win. DeGrasse for second at 1972, which he just ran that.
Yep.
And Kenneth for third. Now, I am going to change that order.
Okay.
I am going to remove Kenneth off my list. I'm going to put Aaron Kingston on the bronze spot.
Okay.
But, those are the medalists, but it could be all flipped up after.
Yeah, it could be all jumbled.
I'm still going to stick to my prediction of the time of 1964. Now, my challenge is, with Andre just ran in 1972, the question is, and we saw that in the semi and 100, can that be duplicated by him?
Right.
Can he run faster? So, he may run a little faster. And I think Lyle, after that little, I'm still going to give it to him. I know Andre, I'd love for him to get him Canadian. We love that. Hey, Canada, right? But he's shown that he's the man to beat going in the final, but he's also opportunity to potentially lose it. But I expect Lyle to run his personal best.
So let me ask you a question. What do you think is going to take to win this race, like in the women's race? Is it going to take a great start? or more so a great finish? I mean, we know both are needed, but
It's, for me,
what's
it's
most
combination.
important?
Who can set the tone from 0 to 50? That first 50, who can set and control, and then who's got the best finish? I always said great 100-meter sprinter, right? You've got to run the corner, the first corner, like an indoor 60. You got to set the tone. But guess what? You got to close as equally as you open.
Right.
That is what's going to, right? There's 3 parts. The drive coming around, the transition coming off the corner, and finishing. But to be able to dominate it, your first 50 got to be as equally as good as the last 50.
Yeah. You got to
do that combination, because you're going to change people's mindset and change the game right away when they can control the first piece. I know that you have enough endurance to say, listen, now I'm only going to take care of you at the beginning. I'm going to make sure you ain't coming back. I'm going to bury you. You understand? Bury you.
Right.
Right. So that's
I
my.
I totally agree.
And I think Lyle has that both capability.
Yes.
To do that. Right. The young man also has it as well, Kingston.
Yeah,
right?
He does. He does.
And all 3 of them, top end is dangerous, right? But I think Kingston and DeGrasse top end is a little bit more superior at the moment than Lyle. That is why Lyle got to control the beginning as well, and then they're making a comeback.
Right.
But yeah, it's gonna be hot, man. Shook one.
I think the advantage. I think it's an advantage and a disadvantage. But I think the advantage that Lyles has over DeGrasse is that DeGrasse did run 100, and I also think the advantage is that DeGrasse ran 100 because now he might be a little bit more fatigued, but he has a little bit more turnover. So let's see how that works out when he gets in this 200.
David, I love you, man. You know, one of my favorite one of my favorite humans out there. Let's take a look at the women's semifinal hurdles here, Mr. Hurdle Specialist. It's tantalizing, the rain, the drama, all the stuff that's surrounding it. I'm loving it. But once again, we know we can't go wrong with either Sydney or Delilah Muhammad. You know, I'm feeling the song right now, you know, Muhammad Delilah. I'm still going to put her for the world record and catching it in the finals. Are you still sticking with your prediction? You don't want to come up to the bandwagon?
I'm not going to change. I'm going to let you stay on the far left, and I'm going to stick with my Sydney McLaughlin world record and Delilah Muhammad second. Very, very close, maybe even so close it's going to take a minute to differentiate. And Bowl for third. I mean, Anna Cockrell ran well. She had to work really hard to get into that semi from the same young lady who got from the same lady who's running well from Namibia.
Yeah.
So she's going to be a shoe-in to give some resistance, but my top 2 are going to stay the same.
I'm gonna do a shout out to my Canadian girl there, Sage. You know, unbelievable. We get to come back again in Paris, but before then you got the Worlds in Oregon where you can showcase and shine. I believe we touch on with both for the 800 meter. We had the same predictions in the women's 8. We had Athing. We had Gould in second. Rosemary in third.
Right.
Both of us got heartbroken along the way.
Yeah, we did.
You know,
my number 1 stayed the same, but 2 and 3.
Hey, don't say my number 1. We say our number 1.
Our number 1. All right, I give
much.
you that. Our number 1.
Our number 1 stayed the same, but what a performance! You know, I
was proud of Raven Rogers. I was really proud of Raven Rogers.
She finished third. We've got the British. You know, Danny, our friend, would love that 155. All of them run a personal best.
All of them run a PB.
What a great 800 meter. You know, it's one of the long sprints, and once again, it's a sprint, right?
It's such a hard race. It is. I would never run it.
You know, you remember what I predicted? I had predicted 1 minute 55.80, 1 minute 56.10, and 1 minute 56.20. The top 3 times are 1 minute 56:21. We can go to Vegas.
Yep.
You know? We're pretty good. Right? 155:88,
88 and
156,
81. Yep.
81.
You was on point. You was on point
We're
for
in
the
the
most
time,
part.
but we got the
Right.
orders wrong a little bit.
Right.
You know, what an amazing, all them young ladies are performing out there. You know, I'm telling you, 2021 Olympics, 2020 Olympics, they're gonna have to call it not only the mental game, but the ladies' games. The
Yeah, they're
ladies
killing
are
it.
running
The
the
ladies
show.
are out there killing
The
it right now.
ladies are shining.
Yep. Definitely out there killing it right now.
You know, that deserves some Beyonce. Eh? Hold on. Get some Beyonce up on them. Beyonce, hello.
Ah.
Where's my girl Beyonce? Single ladies. And yes, are you single?
I didn't know she was on the show today, so I'm excited.
Are you single?
Me, I'm not single.
Oh, he's not single. I'm not single. Not available, ladies. Ladies doing it. Ladies, hey. Ladies. Oh, who run the world? Ladies, who run the world?
Hey, they definitely running this Olympics.
We're definitely gonna play that for the 400-meter finals when we come back. Who run the worlds? But with a bit of Delilah remix upon that.
Uh-oh.
So, what a great performance so far. I'm loving it. Now, couple questions. Slowing down in the heats. You've seen that's happening in the semifinals.
Yep.
Sharika Jackson missing out, which could have potentially, the way she was running, could have been a medalist, potentially. Yep. Right? Trayvon, same thing. All right. Playing around. Niles almost missed out. Is this ignorance or is this lack of what do you call it? What the hell going on?
So I'm going to come to their defense and say that it could be a tactic that went wrong. So you hear Otto and Sonia when they're commentating, talking about some athletes that are running way too fast in their prelims so that they won't have any energy saved for the semis and the finals. That is the main issue when you see an athlete blazing, or you see them like they want to have that moment where it looks like they're kicking ass in the Olympics, but they're not going to be in the finals. So they go all out in the prelims. I think also what happens is when you have the top class athletes just barely trying to do enough to get into the rounds after that, it can go awry. It can go wrong. They could not make it into the final rounds because they're trying to preserve a lot of energy, or they're thinking, okay, well, I'm not going to run as hard. But that's probably not the right thing to do at the Olympic trials. You want to get that dominant, you want to get in the front and be dominant. And then once you're in the front, then you slow down, or you're only fighting like Gabby Thomas when the Namibia girl is shocking her and pulling up and you're trying to fight for your lane. There is a certain way to do it. And if you listen to the commentators, by the way, Otto Bolton and Sonia Richards, they are Olympians. They know what they're talking about. So you want to preserve some energy, but not anywhere near as close as it is to where you're not knowing whether or not you're going to get in the next round. That's cutting it too close. And that right there, I think they need to rethink that.
This is common sense, folks. I'm going to give it to you real. If the rule says top 3, it puts you in another area as a star for top 3. But remember this, lane draws and people you don't know about or people who's hungry, you have to still win to get your lane draw and control the narrative.
Right.
Period. All right? You can still slow down and don't run as fast, but that means you should still win.
Yeah, you still got to win.
Control your own narrative. Right? Because if you don't, it could be, if you're on that bubble, anything can happen because people or other guys are running like a finals to run a personal best to get in to the next round. You have the luxury of speed where you can take it easy, but you need to take it easy and still win.
Yeah.
I took it easy, but I'm also still the champion.
You want the premier lanes. You want lanes 4,
right?
5, and 6.
Now you can control the lanes. And that's where I think some of these guys are missing the ball. We're not saying you can't reserve and relax and control.
Right.
But you still need to be able to, based on the level that you're at, you should be able to still win it.
Right.
And chill. Don't be an ass about it. Because you know what happened to ass? Hello?
They
You're on the outside looking.
You're right. You're right.
So that's my thought process in that. Another major topic I want to touch on is intersex. We saw that at the last Olympics with the 800. You have any idea what the intersex, what I'm talking about yet?
So I've heard about intersex. But what I will say is, off of lack of knowledge, I'm going to reserve my statement because I don't know enough to make a comment on it. I don't want to disrespect anyone, so I need to do more research. Even in the research that I've done, I know who you're talking about. And I just don't know enough about it to comment on whether or not it's fair, unfair, or like it should be. So, I mean, I definitely think that everyone should have a right to compete in the World Games. It's a world game, so it should encompass everyone who's in the world. I'm not sure how that is going to unfold. So that's my comment on that.
Now, perfect comment, because I'm in the same thought process. I know it's big. I know it's happening. We're not sure what is fair, what is not fair, but we do feel like everyone has the right to perform. Now, the question is, what the Olympic, what the world governing body,
exactly,
society, how are we gonna balance things in a perception that it's potentially a fair playing field, all right? Because some people's gonna get robbed the wrong way, feel like it's not a fair playing field. But once again, with more research, more stuff, we can dive into it a little bit more. But it's something that is going to create a lot of traction and topic. It's been happening in the last four and different events. Because now we're able to run certain events, or we can put you in this event, and once they move into that event, it still create more controversy. But yeah, I just wanted to touch your brain to see where you're at on that thought process. But yeah, we'll wait for more evidence, but expect more of that conversation.
Yeah, I do think it is already a great conversation. And I mean, it's going to continue to be in the news because it's controversial.
We have one more other controversial topic I want to touch on before we finish up here. There's a lot. One of my questions going in is, did these ladies have a hairstylist that they brought in the Olympics? And I'm realizing they're not allowed to bring family members and different things. So what's going on? How's it going to happen? Right? And I'm seeing different hairstyle coming out within 24 hours. I'm like, whoa, somebody's got to be a hairstylist on the team. But exactly. I saw Shelly Ann Fraser teammates them on one of her videos. She has a set of different hairs and extension that she brings, wigs, right? So you have to have the right wig, because I'm like, color change, and that's incredible to have color change 24 hours like that.
Right, dyeing your hair and all that real quick.
Hairstyle has been massive during the Olympics. We've seen it before, but this is the first Olympic that I see the dreadlocks, the weave, the different coloration, the bald-headed combination. We call that the Grace Jones. All different beauties coming out in there with the style and everything. Who would you say winning the hairstyle award during the Olympics for the ladies?
I would definitely have to say Shani Miller-Ubo.
Shani Miller-Ubo. Yeah.
I love her because she does the two tones. Like Shelly does it too, but I'm not a fan of yellow, even though I know that's Don't Kill Me Jamaica, even though I know that's the Jamaican color. But I love and I think I don't know. I just appreciate how she changes it up like effortlessly. It's just like prelims, it might be yellow and blue, and finals, it might be blue and red. I like that. I mean, and shout out to the Jamaicans and the American women too who changed it. I like it. I mean, we need some culture in our meets. Don't get mad because we wear our hair the way that it comes out of our head. I'm sorry, I had to say, but it's okay to look good and run. Okay, you're allowed to
good, smell good, all of that.
Right. And real quick, when I was at the Olympics, I was the barber. I was lining people up. So you have to have somebody on the team that can get you right. So that's a fact.
Back in the days, I like to shave stuff in my hair. You know, the Nike, the heart, the love.
Right.
The
right.
So I always like to do different. It's part of the personality.
Liven it up.
Yeah, but I definitely want to give Shelly Ann Fraser the award for the best hairstyle. In second place, I'm going to give it to, and she needs to get back to this, Gabby Thomas. She needs to let the hair down, let it flow.
I like that. I like
when it's slow motion and everything, it just looked like.
Yeah. She got her Flojo on. She getting her Flojo on.
Yeah, my black Wonder Woman, just let it out, right? The soul glow, just let it out, right? And Miller, I'll give her the third place. The reason why she got third, the hair is still not neat and in position.
Right.
Right.
But that's why I give her the win, because I like the messy. I like it's messy a little bit.
Well, I don't know if any of the sex Olympic stuff coming out there, but, we are not fashion and hairstylists, but once again,
not at all.
We're giving our opinions and our thoughts of that. We're enjoying the diversity and the fun and the lovely of black hair.
The another thing that I'd like to say is that I do want to give a shout out and props to the way that they are now having fun with track and field, introducing the athletes, playing with the track, the lights and all that. It was so boring when I was out. It was like, in lane 2 is this person and they move on. Now you get to come out, you get to do something, you get to be an individual. Usain Bolt just blew the whole game open when he started to play with the camera and be himself. And now it's opened up a whole array of, people being allowed to be themselves, and to show that you've earned this time on the camera. Be yourself on camera and have character. I really like that. It's showing a whole new side of track and field.
We know any track meets you go to, volunteers is everything. Yeah, and we always appreciate our volunteer. How awesome is it during the Tokyo that the volunteer, without spectator, they're witnessing unbelievable stuff in VIP section.
And all by themselves. They basically got front row seats.
This is the volunteer Olympics, folks. They're enjoying all the games.
Right.
Getting autographs. They don't have to push people out to get autographs. They
front row seats. Right.
No, that's awesome. But once again, thank you for this wonderful Olympic edition. We're looking forward to giving another version. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, please subscribe, like, and share. Right? It's important caring and sharing, so share it with everybody, right? And leave your comments, make sure they're respectful, and then we can dive more into Olympic diving.
Yeah, man. Stay supporting the Olympics. We got more finals on the way, and come back and hear the rest of our results.
There you go, Canada. Andre DeGrasse, gold medalist.